Well, hello there, ladies, gents, boys and girlies. Welcome back to Let's Play H1Z1, or shall we? Ziggy is a little bit pissed today because yesterday was a really bad day. As you will notice, we've been doing this Let's Play now, since the last server wipe. And I would have really liked to have been able to show you good people everything that we were doing as we were doing it. But because of the problems that we've been having, what with dying at doorways, being kicked out, oh mate, it's just pathetic. You know what I mean? And there's loads and loads and loads of people out there. Any of you people that play this game will understand where we're coming from. It's like talking to a brick wall. People are putting things up on Reddit. But of course, King of the Kill always wins, hands down. That shit got to come before this side of the game. You know what I mean? So, like, we don't really play that. We used to play Battle Royale back in the day, you know, but we weren't sort of like all up for it. We don't, well, I don't personally like to play too much of PvP because I'm not all about the killing of other people, you know what I mean? So, you know, this is where we're at. I like the PvE building, and you know, the only thing that you need to fight against are these, zombies, wolves, bears, that sort of stuff. But like I said, no matter how many times you put something up on Reddit, it's not being listened to. Yesterday alone, I was just gonna start recording a video because I thought, yeah, today's a good day for recording. Was it heck? What happened was Runner won. As you know, he's joined the game. Joined our group. He got kicked out a number of times, so I went out and picked him up in the truck. And Mac, Mad Mac, he also died and got kicked out God knows how many times. So we were going around picking each other up kind of thing with the truck. Anyway, we got the truck back here on the Formula 1 racetrack, and the truck I got kicked out of the game. I got kicked out. And anyway, I spawned back exactly where it kicked me out. But the truck wasn't there, Mac wasn't there, and neither was Runner. Runner was actually inside the map. Yes, he literally glitched into the map. He was just over there, just the other side of JC's. Myself and Mac went running around looking for him. Couldn't find him, but eventually he actually saw our arrows from deep down underground. Okay, he's an Australian chap, so when I say deep down under, yeah, pardon the pun. But anyway, the only way that he could get back is respawn, and the same thing happened to Mac over there at PV. I did actually take a screenshot of it, but all he did was walk through a gateway, into a garden of a house over there at PV, and he started sinking into the ground, and he just could not get out. I took a vehicle up there to see whether he could sort of like press E on it to get himself out, but that didn't work. So yeah, there's a hell of a lot of bugs here, and you wouldn't mind if it was, say, once a day, but it ain't. I logged in about 20 minutes, well, let's say about 10 minutes ago. All I've done is built my inventory back up, what with a weapon, ammo, and a bit of food and what have you. But you could guarantee it that within about 20 minutes, half an hour, my FPS will start dropping, because as soon as we log into the base. Okay, right. I know we've got a lot of stuff that we've brought into the server itself, what with the racetracks and the big ass base. But the server should be able to put up with it and cope with it. But it's just not, because like I log in and I'm getting around about 35 frames, you know, over here at Cranberry. You know, that's playable. But then as the time goes on, those FPS, I could be standing here again in about 20 minutes time, and my FPS will drop right down to around about 20, or even sometimes below. And that's happening to Mac, and that's happening to Runner, and it's also happening to DEVS. So it's nothing to do with my internet connection or anything like that. But again, we keep going back to the old FPS problem. But I could be over there, way out there in the wilderness, and I'll be getting something like 160 to 170 frames or something like that, and I'm still getting kicked. So it's definitely nothing to do with our end. It's definitely the game. But all right, we paid into this sort of thing, you know, early access and what have you. So you're going to expect a few problems. But when those problems keep happening daily, and the developers just are not listening to people's complaints, yeah, they say, oh yeah, we you know, we appreciate all the what's the word I'm looking for, you know, responses to patches, updates and things like that and what have you. You know, let us know if you come across a problem so we can get it fixed. Bullshit. They're not getting it fixed. That's just it. I did notice this morning that on the test server there was sort of like I think a 400 or 500 megabyte update. What that consists of, I don't know. I checked everything to see what the sort of like patch notes were. Couldn't find them. Joke, isn't it? Fucking joke. Now I've put 2,000 plus hours into this game. Don't get me wrong, I still love the game because it's the closest game that I've found to survival. And yes, it's still an early access. But the fact of the matter is, you know, how many times do you have to keep screaming and shouting at people to say, look, you know, well, yeah. And again, I'm not like that. I don't scream and shout. I do, you know, I very rarely throw my dolly out of the pram or my dummy out of the pram. But after yesterday's performance, it just pissed me off. So is what I'm thinking of doing for the now. I'm going to quit. Well, I'm thinking of quitting recording videos on H1 at the moment, because it is just, you know, I've started playing Ark Survival Evolved, you know, and again, you know, what makes me mad is when Ark Survival Evolved first came out, that was unplayable. But now, yeah, I mean, because of the daily updates, or the, you know, or maybe every couple of days they update, they've got that game in such a way that it's very much playable. You know what I mean? I started out on that at, I'd be lucky to get about 12 or 15 frames a second. And of course, when you're flying around on a Pteranodon or something like that, those sort of frames ain't going to work for you, I'm afraid. But now I'm getting, you know, I can get 60 to 80 frames a second on that, you know, and my settings are on high. Yeah, I mean, so if they can do those sort of things, why can't H1? Yeah, I mean, all they've got to do is watch their videos, you know, their past videos, and they will see how far they've come in such a short time. Yeah, I mean, H1 now has been out there for well over a year, nearly a year and a half, and we, you know, we seem to be taking one step forward and 10 steps back, you know, with what's happening. Because I remember, again, back in, you know, a good number of wipes ago, you know, being glitched into the ground, that sort of thing happened way back in the day. A couple of friends of mine it happened to. One was Axe, and another ex-friend of ours was what was his name, Ganja. Again, if you watch my early videos, you will know who Ganja is. It happened to him. I never had that problem though, but and I really had a bad internet connection back then. But you know, it happened then, so it seems to me like they fix it once and yet they put a new patch on and that original problem comes back again. You know what I mean? Mac is dying with wolves. You remember, like, you had those invincible zombies. You know, you would kill them, they would disappear, but every now and then you would get hit. And now, as like the wolves have sort of like the same sort of effect. You know what I mean? That took me and Mac, both of us, to kill a wolf yesterday, and it knocked me down to 50% health, and I think it may have done the same to him. But you know, shouldn't be like that, should it? No. Okay, again, it's early access. We appreciate that, but we would also appreciate the help, because we're helping you, well, we're helping the developers to try and produce a decent game. But if they're not prepared to listen to our problems, we're getting kicked out by chopping trees down. We're getting kicked out by walking from here to the apartment block. You know, we're getting kicked out by driving a vehicle. You know, all that sort of stuff. We're opening the door. We're getting kicked out. We're opening the door. We're being killed. We're opening the gate. We're getting kicked out. We're opening the gate. We're getting killed. Yeah, yeah, I am pissed today. Very pissed. So I do apologise for any of you youngsters that are listening to this. So yeah, as I was saying, I was thinking of maybe calling it a day for a little while on here until they've got all those problems sorted out, or some of them, because I don't want to be recording these videos for you to watch, and all you're seeing is every now and then my desktop. You know, because that's the last thing you want to do, because I wouldn't want to sit and watch it. So I wouldn't expect you good people to. So hopefully this video reaches the right kind of people, and they do something about it before it is, you know, before it does actually get to that stage. Because like I say, 2,000 plus hours is that's dedication as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? I'm dedicated to the game. But if they're not prepared to listen to us small people over here on the PvE no hope server, then, you know, what hope does anybody else have? Anyway, I think I've said enough of that. So right, anyway, what we've done, well, what I've done so far to my part of the base here, you know, the extension that I put onto the original. Mac's been a busy boy. I done that back wall there, you know, where those sleep mats are. I added a few things here. Mac has come along and he's put the lower and the upper shelters over here to the back of the base, which is all good. Now, we did try yesterday putting a few tampers down, but it wouldn't work because I think, now that's the other thing. This is another thing. Right, now, if you've got, let's say I've just put a tamper ground down, okay, one of these bad boys here. Regardless on who you add to the permissions, okay, so if I've added Mac, and I've also added Diz and Runner, right? So now if they were to put walls up on that tamper, it shouldn't matter. I should then, because I laid the tamper, I should then be able to go outside the other side of that base and place another tamper. Well, you would like to think so, wouldn't you? But yesterday I was having nothing but trouble, because it seems to me that whoever placed the tamper should be the boss, if you like. I'd say boss is boss is quite a strong word, but the proud owner, or the landowner, if you like, the landlord. There's another one. So therefore, regardless on who puts walls up, because the landlord has given the permission for somebody else in the group to place walls. or doors or gates or whatever you like. So therefore the landlord should say to himself, right, well, tomorrow I'm going to come out and I'm going to put another tamper the other side, regardless of whether there's walls there or not. But if there are walls, I should still be able to place and extend my my land, if you like. So like I say, yesterday I came on and I was there for 20 minutes or so trying to add a tamper just down there, but it wasn't letting me do it. And I am the proud owner of all these tampers around here. They're all they were all placed by myself. Mad Mac placed best part, or most of the shelters and what have you. But I had to add those to the Mac, Dizzy and the Runner and Flynn and what have you to the permissions to those tampers. So if they've got, I've given them the right to add stuff, but that shouldn't stop me from being able to add something outside. So I think there's some sort of like code error there somewhere. Because I can get rid of those people off of there. They can't get rid of me because I am the proud landowner. So I just don't understand it myself. But like I said, that is something they may want to address also, if they ever get round to falling or accidentally falling on my video. Anyway, right. So is what I've done here. It's the same old. Right, we've attached this to the main base, put a few B boxes there just to stop the unwanteds. You come up to the ramp, you can close the gate. That will definitely stop people from being able to get underneath the ramp. You come on through, and I put this gate here. There will be, or there might be, a roof being put on here. Not 100% sure. I'm quite happy the way it is at the moment, because that's what the game's done to me at the moment. It has, it's made me tired. That's what it's done. I just lost interest in building, to be honest. That's why I decided to go ahead and do that racetrack, because base building just wasn't doing it for me. I'm afraid they're going to have to come up with some major update that fixes most of the problems that that we've all been having, not just our group, but everybody else that plays the game, or on the PvE or even maybe the PvP servers are having the same problems. So anyway, you come on through. I've put a gate that side. Nothing's really happening in there at the moment. I've just put a couple of shelters down just to block a few of the gaps. Need another wall there. But the other gate I've got here, which obviously you've just seen, hides staircase. Now with the staircase I can go up here and close the gate behind me, because I can't jump over that, I don't think. Not dried it actually. Jump. Up. Jump. Up. No. So you have to close the gate behind you anytime you come up here. I can access this, but as what I could do is I could put a large shelter here, because that then would close this gap off, from next to the gate and this shelter here. So I'll have access to this shelter. Come across here. I've got access to this shelter. And then I can go upstairs to where I would probably eventually, if I had the heart, to make a roof base maybe over there, and put quite a few dew collectors and bee boxes. Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's all I've done at the moment to this part of the base. It's not as if we haven't got the resources to to do it, but like I said, I just lost heart. So but yeah, I mean, I've been putting these videos out. I've got a very, 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 very small fan base. there's people out there that actually do like to watch my videos, and it's much appreciated. Believe you me, much appreciated. Because without you guys, you know, we YouTubers would be, well, it'd be a waste of time, wouldn't it? You know, without the viewers, there'd be no point in trying. And I would really like to be able to sit here, you know, daily and put up some good content for you. But the way the game is at the moment, there is just no point. You know, I know some of you, you know, people that follow these big YouTubers. I can imagine it, because I do it myself, because I've followed a few people, and you get to a stage where, you know, okay, they're putting videos up every day, and then all of a sudden there could be a day or 2 days or maybe 3 days gap. There are no videos. You think, well, what's happening? What's happening to them? You know, but they, you know, they have obviously personal things to do in their lives as well as doing this. But, you know, I mean, it doesn't stop you from thinking, you know, have they stopped playing the game? Are they going to record any more videos or any, you know, things like that? But, you know, it's when you come across big problems like that we've been having, it disheartens you, and it also makes you think, well, would I want to see a video where somebody is being kicked out, killed for no unknown, you know, for some unknown reason? Well, it's not an unknown reason. It's a bloody great big bug that needs sorting out. And it's obviously a bug that could probably be sorted out. Max said it himself. You know, the code, the people that put the codes into the game, I think they need to go back to university or high school or something like that and resit tests, because my stepson now, Blinky, he's a computer programmer. Now he's done, I think, 3 years in university. So I think this is his final year, and yeah, I mean, he could probably put the code into this game and sort it out within maybe a few hours. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But then again, like I said earlier on, it's down to where the money is. You know, King of the Kill, or what used to be called Battle Royale, that's where the money was and still is. These stupid ass crates that they keep throwing out there, that I'm not gonna, since I've had the game, I think I've opened 2 crates. I will not be opening any more, none whatsoever, because the fact of the matter is, what's in the crates? Things that I'm wearing now. You know what I mean? Or maybe these were in crates a long time ago, but now you can pick them up for pennies. You know, these trousers. What I'm wearing here, apart from the armour, I picked up for less than £1, for a lot less than £1. I think the trousers were something like 5 or 6 pence. The hat was about the same. The boots were about the same again. So well under £1 I paid for this, and yet you're going to go out and pay £2.50 for a key, and you're not guaranteed to get exactly what you really want. Don't see any point in it. So this is another reason why we don't really go on to King of the Kill. You know, I've done it. I've played it, and I've come first once. I came second quite a few times. Come third. I had some bags, what they call them, sort of like mystery bags and things like that, or whatever you call them. Elite bags or whatever. Anyway, and I've got some stuff out of that, but again, it was all crap. You know what I mean? I've never actually got anything really decent out of one of those, and the same with the crates. But like I said, you can see how many crates I've got here. Where are you? There you go, look. I did have, once upon a time, nearly 400, or it might have been more than that, event tickets. Where have they all gone? Where have all my event tickets gone? Why should I want to buy more? I'm not going to. Airdrop tickets, I've had these for God knows how long. I used one of those a couple of days ago because it didn't cost me anything. And what did I get? Shotgun. Thank you very much. So these new crates here, I've got 3 of those. I'm not going to be using them. Tried to sell them on the market, but nobody's interested. I've got 10 of those, 17 of those, 7 of those, 16 of those, and 10 of those. You know what I mean? I'm not going to use them. So why they keep throwing those stupid ass, especially on PvE servers, you know, maybe just let people on PvP have those. Because you're not going to harbour me to go over to PvP, not for any love nor money. I would go over there when I want to, and that's it. Anyway, I've had my salt. Fuck it. Sorry about the language, boys and girls. But anyway, is there anything else I can bring up in today's really bad episode? We've not really covered a great deal of anything else. Like I said, now you can see, well, my frames now, you see, and I've not really moved that far. I've dropped down to around about 22, 23. All I've got to do is look over there, and there's absolutely not a great deal over there to look at. Yeah, 22 to 23. And that's all we've done, is just stood here more or less. So, and as I said, that's how it's been now for the last couple of weeks. You know, you come in, you start at a decent frame, and you could go back to exactly where you first logged in, and bang, 22 to 25 frames. So I've dropped 10 frames since talking to you good people. So, and that's how it's going to keep going until they get it sorted out. So unless they do get it sorted out pretty soon, I'm afraid I'm going to have to stop recording H1 videos. When they have got it sorted out, trust me, I will be back. But if you want to still see them, you know what I mean, I'm quite prepared to to record some more. But like I said, I won't be able to go out too far because we're going to be crashing. Oh, the vehicles. Before I forget, we've got a couple of vehicles in our garage now. But it's only vehicles that we've come across. Again, we're not hoarders. If somebody needs a vehicle and we've got one to spare, it's theirs. We gave one away the other night to Gangster. Whether he still got it, I don't know. But we came across, somebody gave Mac a Jeep because basically he was giving them crossbows. So they gave him a Jeep. I think that's a fair swap. More than a fair swap. A Jeep for a crossbow? Great, yeah. What would he do for an AK? Oh, give us 2 or 3, maybe even a police car. So yeah, Mac got that Jeep, and what happened then? Oh, myself and Mac, we went on a bit of a jaunt looking for vehicles and what have you. Anyway, Mac was just about to log out over sort of like the other side of the map, and as I was just about to leave his proximity, I found one of these bad boys just parked up, fresh spawn. So of course I said, whoa Mac, you know, we bought them back. We had the truck and we had a quad, so we bought them back. And then what else did we do? Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday we found another quad and another truck, both over at PV. So that was good. But when we got kicked out yesterday, all 3 of us were in, myself, Mac and Runner. We were in, just going across the old racetrack there. We got kicked out. Anyway, Mac actually managed to salvage the truck and bring it back here. Now, as what happened, actually the truck was parked just here facing that way. I got into the truck, pressed the E button, and I shot like a rocket right into this far corner here. Okay, and at that time I didn't have my my finger on any buttons, but the vehicle kept going. I took the battery out, it stopped the engine, took the plugs out, bang, put them back in, started the engine again, and the wheels started running without me actually touching any buttons. Anyway, the Jeep was here, so Mac got back and he moved the Jeep. I managed to jump out of the truck, but the truck was still running. This again with no battery, no plugs, and it was like the turbo was still stuck on, because from here you could see clouds of smoke coming out of the exhaust system and sparks like you would have when you've got the boost on, the turbo on. Anyway, Mac was able to get into it, and he took it outside here, just here, and then I jumped in it again, and the same thing happened again, but it drove me all the way up to this gate was open, and it drove me straight outside there. But again, even when we took the battery out, the plugs, it ran out of fuel. To me, it was still running. So it was a ghost. Basically, it was a ghost. It wasn't that sort of thing happened a long time ago, but yeah, it was here, but it wasn't, if you see what I mean. When I logged out, I think is what Mac and Diz I think did was blew it up or something like that, or got rid of it. Anyway, it respawned somewhere else and they managed to get it back. But you can clearly see now they're both in pristine condition. So anyway, but that's what we're up against at the moment. It's vehicles being killed, blah de blah de blah. So I don't know. I'm going to leave it to you, good people. Would you like to see more videos of H1, or should I just sort of like knock it on the head for a little while, and we could start the Let's Play from where we left off as soon as they've got the problems sorted out, because is what, as you know, is what I'm doing at the moment. I'm streaming my videos live to Twitch, and then from Twitch I'm uploading them or exporting them to YouTube. It's just a lot easier way for me to do it, because I'm using Shadow Play rather than my original Mirrorless Action. Because with Mirrorless Action, obviously you can pause, and we've said this God knows how many times, but with Shadow Play you cannot pause, other than stopping the record, then starting it again, then stopping and starting again. But that's just a lot of work that I don't want to be associated with, you know, having to stitch all the videos together just to make one. But anyway, I'm going to leave it in your court, if you like. If you would like us to carry on with these videos regardless of whether, you know, we get kicked out or what have you, I will carry on. Or if you would prefer to wait until, you know, a patch comes out and they fix all the problems, that could be some time, don't mind. I'll leave it in your hands. Either way, I'm good with it. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today, ladies and gents, boys and girlies. Thank you ever so much for watching. Again, if you like what you've seen, you know what to do. Smack that like button. Leave any comment you would like. If you're having any sort of problems, if you're playing the game, that is, let me know. You may have some totally different problems than us, that, you know, problems that we've not come across. Let us know anyway. Catch you in the next episode. Bye for now. Bye bye. Yeah.